All right, people. As promised, again we have an amazing guest. Every guest, to be fair, that comes on TDA is amazing. But I'm not gonna lie to you. I have to make an exception for today because today is levels, and I'm pretty sure everyone who's been on the show before understands why I would say that, and doesn't find it disrespectful. You know what I'm saying? Like today, we're joined by a man whose work has left a permanent mark on British cultural history. He's the founder of Black History Month in the UK. A national institution has helped reshape how generations of people understand Black history, identity, and contribution in this country. He was born in Ghana, but I'm not going to do too much because I want him to explain for himself. But this is during the era of Kwame Nkrumah. He was part of the Young Pioneers movement and came of age in a time that was defined by African liberation, unity, and purpose. And that still hasn't changed, guys. You understand what I'm saying? His journey will take him across the United States, all over the world, where he engaged with some of the most influential Black intellectual traditions of the 20th century before arriving in the UK in the 1980s. Another story that we hopefully will get into today as well. From America to the UK, he became part of a powerful network of activists, of thinkers, and organizers, including people like CLR James. If you know CLR James, you're going to put respect there. You understand what I'm saying? And Darkest Howard as well. And he went on to play a leading role in shaping cultural and community initiatives at a time when Black British history was largely absent from public life. No one gave a damn. You understand? But in 1987, everything changed. Through his work with London's political institutions, he helped establish the Black History Month UK, not as just some random, mundane celebration, but something that is a lasting intervention that continues to impact education, culture. You guys see, every Black History Month, we have something special done. If not for this man, that wouldn't exist.
Possible.
You understand? But beyond all of that, his work has spanned journalism, activism, Pan-African engagement, all of those things contributing to conversations around unity, development, and progress, both in Britain and across the entire Africa. His contributions have been recognized at the highest levels. Please, everyone in the room, everyone in the chat, everyone around the world is going to listen to this tomorrow. And in years to come, please help me to welcome the legendary Akyaaba Addai-Sebo.
Come on, who are ya? Who are ya? Who are ya? Who are ya?
Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Thank you very much.
It's an absolute pleasure to be sitting here with you and being able to
Delighted to
converse.
be here.
Thank you for joining
You
us.
have a wonderful setup here.
Thank you very much.
Well,
Thank you.
Very compact,
Come on.
very intimate. Compact and intimate. And that's what we are.
That's it. Thank you very much. I want to start at the beginning, if you don't mind. I was doing some research and I found out so many amazing and intricate details that contributed to who you are as a person today. But I can't say it better than you. So I would love for you to take us back to the beginning in Ghana, what it was like growing up, where you came from, that era, and also the area as well that birthed your thinking and the type of person you are today.
I was lucky to have been born in the 50s, which was a tumultuous 50s. The World War had just ended, and then entering into the 50s, India getting its independence through Mahatma Gandhi, whose experience was driven from Africa. His sense of fairness, his sense of nonviolent resistance, his sense of fighting for freedom and human justice emanated from his experience in South Africa. So Africa molded Mahatma Gandhi. Then, so his independence, the independence of India and his fight, also helped shape what we were doing in Africa. So we interconnect in terms of the struggles. Then, because of that, that arose naturally the non-aligned movement where Nehru and Tito and all of them were part of. So you can see the historical background of that. So I grew up in that. I was born during that period. And I was born in Kumasi, just about 200 meters away from the fort where the last resistance, Yasantua, basically pitched the British.
Yep.
That was where I was born. So I grew up in that vibration that also shaped me. And I was lucky also to have parents who allowed my imagination to go wide. They didn't suppress me. I have no recollection of any of my parents ever asking me to go to church. No recollection of that. No recollection of that.
Yeah.
They never. My father was Catholic. My mother was baptized Catholic, but they never ever told any of the children what to believe in. So I used to question a lot my surroundings.
Yeah.
Question about God and everything, the existence. And then they will say, if you question too much about, you go mad. I said, but I can't help. It comes into my mind that I question, so I have to. So that's how I grew up. And it was a lot of fun running into the forest and playing and the games here and there, stories and all. I was enriched. I was enriched by my surroundings. And I was lucky also to have gone to one of the finest boarding schools in the country because of what Nkrumah's generation managed to do. They managed to organize the society in such a way that they were able to provide free education, free education and scholarships and all that. So I was lucky and privileged to have been a beneficiary of that process.
Yeah.
And then, but one incident that really shaped my life was January 1960. I got up in the morning, getting ready to go to school, having my bath, then around about 5:30, heard over the radio Nkrumah's voice. And he was almost crying.
Wow.
To tell the nation about the assassination and the murder of Patrice Lumumba in the Congo.
Yeah.
And as I'm speaking to it, there's a chill that's going through me now. And I could not understand why a prime minister, someone who had to be murdered, killed, along with two others. Nkrumah came to tell the nation what had happened. And that changed my life. First, assassination was one of the longest words I've ever heard in my life. So I went to the dictionary to try to find how they spelled it, and SSA. So I started asking questions, my teachers, neighbors, and all that. What is this? What is this? What is going on? And then, so that incident still remains with me. And that is what shaped me. Just understanding the world of conflict, the world of deceit, how we have suffered the whole thing about apartheid and the Congo. And it's the Congo. And Nkrumah used to say that to seize the Congo is to seize the heart of Africa.
Yeah.
So we cannot allow the heart of Africa to be seized. The spirit of Africa, as was expressed in Haiti, was also messed up.
Yeah.
First by the French, the Spanish, the Portuguese, the English, and then the Americans. So all these have helped to shape me.
And so, at what point did you join the Young Pioneers?
In middle school.
Okay.
In middle school. At Asanwase. Asanwase was the heartbeat of the Nkrumah CPP party. It was what we call a melting pot.
Yeah.
Or you could find all people live there. It is in between the palace, the Manshia Palace, the palace where the king lives, and then a little bit off. But it was a melting pot and very powerful energy existed there. And CPP was very, very popular. So I grew up there. So I used to attend rallies. I was small, but I used to attend rallies with the leading members, politicians, and all that. Yeah, so they are like, because I was a very curious person. And I used to ask questions. And I would go and sit in front of elders and ask them questions. And they loved it. Also.
It's funny because I was mentioning to Brent earlier, because I had no idea about this. When I was watching one of your interviews before, you mentioned, obviously, like you just now, being from Aswansi and Abuabo as well. And I was just having a random conversation with my dad. And he was like, oh, that's exactly my area as well. So he was even saying that his brother, his younger brother, probably went to school with you, because he was also part of the Young Pioneers. And he also mentioned, what was it? I can't remember now. But yeah, he basically mentioned about that time and the Young Pioneers and being part of the CPP and everything.
Yes.
Why do you feel like Kwame Nkrumah decided to establish the Young Pioneers, especially you guys being so young?
Colonialism dehumanizes. In order for colonialism to succeed, it has to dehumanize every aspect of indigenous life. Your language is bad, your religion is bad, your faith is bad, your industry is bad, your science and technology is bad, your agriculture is bad, everything about you is bad. And we live in this mindset up to now.
Yeah.
Right. So, Nkrumah, he had to rebuild our sense of ourselves for us to retrieve our stolen legacy. And you have to start with the young ones, the younger generation, to let them believe who they are as Africans. They are not blacks. They are not color. They do not fade. They do not. They are solid human beings. We did not classify humanity according to color. We are the parent of humanity as an African. Right? We are the parent of humanity. So that is what he wanted to mold us from the home, from the schools. So that was the essence of the Young Pioneer, that a new generation has to emerge.
What age group did it start from? What was the youngest to what age?
Oh, from primary school.
Wow. I see.
And you had Young Pioneer uniforms. So that showed a sort of identity also. And pride.
Because I don't know about, because basically my dad was saying to me just yesterday that how there used to be like Boy Scouts and all that stuff, but Kwame Nkrumah got rid of it because of...
No, Nkrumah did not get rid of the Boy Scouts. Nkrumah will not tie that. That will create a problem for him. But the Boy Scout itself evolved from us.
Exactly,
Ashanti Scout system, where Rattray and others, they studied. And they introduced, you see, what is his name? The Boy Scouts one, I've forgotten the name, the guy. And introduced it here. So it's a scouting system that we had in Ashanti that was copied and brought over here.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay.
so it's part of us.
Yeah.
It's the same thing like you hear about rock and roll, you hear about this, and it's us.
Yeah. Yeah. So, at what point did you? In fact, before we go to your travels to America, I would love for you to basically sum up who Kwame Nkrumah was and how important he is to Pan Africanism and just the movement of what it means to be black or what it means to be African and being one. Because Kwame Nkrumah's ultimate message was Africa must unite. So that importance there. Please tell the people about Kwame Nkrumah, his legacy, CPP, and the achievements that
I will start with Kwame Nkrumah's literary executor, who was Kwame Nkrumah's publisher, called June Mill, who was a British lady. June, in her last days, lived in Norfolk, and I used to go and visit June. June was very, very close to Nkrumah. When we go and sit in her living room, she has a picture of Nkrumah at the back there, and she will be talking, and then she will slip into thinking, and we'll be looking at the picture of Nkrumah, and sometimes tears will be coming. And she said, "You people, you didn't know what you had." She'll be crying, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
She said, "You didn't know what you had. The value of Nkrumah, you didn't know." And she will cry. So that's the impact of Nkrumah.
Yeah.
Nkrumah was somebody of purpose. I remember CLR James, who brought me up.
Yeah.
CLR James told me one day that when he met Nkrumah, so he was speaking here and there, and then he said he saw someone who had some fire in him. So he asked Nkrumah, "Why are you here? What is your purpose?" He said, "I've come to gather skills and knowledge to go and kick out the British." And Sierra said, he looked at him and he said, "Where did this come from? Where did this come from?" So I don't know. In sum, that is Nkrumah. He had a sense of purpose. And he was selfless and self-sacrificing. Jumil will say he was sleeping less than 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
Was always working and writing. And he was doing what 10, 15 people should be doing.
Yeah.
And one interesting aspect of it was that one of his closest collaborators was George Padmore. And Padmore died in 1959.
Yeah.
And that disturbed Nkrumah because Padmore was the intellectual brain.
Yeah.
And so Nkrumah had to do what Padmore was also doing, apart from running the state. So you could see that Nkrumah, how, that's what June Mill was trying to explain, that how he will manage to do so much. I recall one day Nkrumah's wife, Fatia, she said she used to trouble the husband about what will happen to them if anything happened in the country.
Yeah.
And Nkrumah will say, "Don't worry, don't worry, don't worry. The party will take care of you," and all that. And Nkrumah told her that, yes, I understand your worries. There are some things that you feel.
Mm.
And I know that they will catch up with me
Mm.
and destroy me. But I am running so fast to put structures and institutions and others
Yeah.
behind me so that if anything happens to me, Ghana and Africa for the next 50, 100 years can proceed.
Mm.
I know that they will catch up with me.
Yeah.
And I know, I know.
Mm.
That was what Nkrumah told the wife.
Yeah.
And it's exactly that.
Yeah.
So if you go to Ghana now, anything that gives you a sense of pride as an African
Yeah.
is what Nkrumah established.
Yeah. Yeah. So, would you say that the coup in 1966 was one of the, I guess, the biggest travesties for Ghana and even Africa?
And the world.
Mm. Yeah.
1966 coup all originated from the Congo.
Mm.
Because it was the Congo that Nkrumah intervened.
Yeah.
And that the West did not
Yeah.
like it.
Mm.
So President Johnson and Harold Wilson, British Prime Minister, they plotted to get rid of Nkrumah. What is so sad is that when Wilson won the 1964 elections, Nkrumah was so happy. Labour is coming to power.
Yeah. Yeah.
You understand? Labour is coming to power. So he was so delighted
Yep.
that at least they will have some space.
Yeah.
And then there was a Commonwealth meeting in 1965 in April, and he came here, the UK, and he was talking with Wilson and all that, not knowing that he was stabbing him in the back.
That's it. Yeah.
So Wilson and President Johnson plotted
Yeah.
and got Nkrumah out of the country, and they organized a coup with soldiers and police officers who they had corrupted in the Congo. When Nkrumah sent a Ghanaian team to Congo
Yeah. To
to
help.
go and help secure Patrice Lumumba and the people who go. So it was there that the Americans corrupted the soldiers, Afrifa, Ankara, Hali, and all of them, O2 and all of them, they were corrupted there. And they came back, and these same people that were used to betray Nkrumah and Ghana and Africa. So it stems from the Congo. So 1966 was a watershed,
Yeah.
and we have not recovered
Since.
from that. It was a major watershed, and everybody should study it. But you have to look closely at the period from 1958. It was 1958 during the All African People's Congress in Accra
Yeah.
in December 1958, which the West saw that, the British saw that they had made a mistake with Nkrumah. Because that conference brought all the liberation movements and all these people to Accra, and it was highly infiltrated by the CIA and everybody, highly infiltrated. But Nkrumah maneuvered and changed the agenda and sent them to Winneba in the middle of the night, the key members or delegates, and they had their meeting and everything. And the morning, when the world press and the American, the others were waiting at the hall for the sessions to start, they came and announced that they have completed. That was a strategic. You see, so that was where they said that they had to do something about him.
Yeah.
And it all started from that period.
Mm.
Then another critical moment was in April 1961 when he had the dawn broadcast because the party was riddled with corruption and privilege and an abuse and all that.
Yeah.
And he saw that it was hurting. Most of the programs were not reaching the people.
Yeah.
Were not reaching the mass of the people. And so he had a dawn broadcast to deal with the problem of corruption within his own party and issued a decree basically that one man, one house. And that didn't go well
Yeah.
with most of his cabinet and people who were basically screaming of stealing the people's money and all that. And they formed a group of opposition within him. And it was these people that the Americans and the British and the Germans and the French and the Canadians used to organize the coup. And then at that period also, January 60, Lumumba had been killed.
Yeah.
And so if you study the period very well, you wonder how he had the presence of mind also to develop the country and pursue African unity and all that. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And that is what Jumil cries over.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, when she thought about Nkrumah, she cries. There's such a... And she literally worshipped Nkrumah. She said, who was this human being?
Yeah.
Extraordinary human being. That we didn't see the value.
Yep. Do you feel like this generation, our generation now, will ever have an era where we had people like Nkrumah, people like Sekou Touré, Madiba Keita, Julius Nyerere, all these people at the same time doing so many amazing things in Africa? Do you feel like that era is gone? Or how can we resurrect that and have that presence?
It's you have to look at how that era emerged, going far back, even to Haiti. You see, and Dessalines, Toussaint, and all of them. You see, so something has to stir in you against inequality, against abuse of human dignity and all that. Something has to stay in you. And then one head cannot form a council.
Yeah.
Two heads or more.
Yeah.
So people have to get together and to be thinking about our future, our life, the future and the present. We have to be thinking about it. So we have to study Nkrumah's period very well, particularly I Speak of Freedom, his book on I Speak of Freedom. We have to study that book very, very well. And the convergence of C.L.R. James, Padmore, Wallace Johnson, Garvey's wife, and all of them.
Yeah.
You see, you have to study that period. And then that should motivate us.
Yeah.
Motivate us that there are some amongst us. But we have also, I'll come up with an anecdote. I remember someone asked a question like this somewhere in 1987 at the Africa Center to C.L.R. James. That we don't have the leadership that you all had and all at this particular moment and all this. And he said, and C.L.R. James said, well, what happened to Martin Luther King? What happened to Malcolm X?
Yeah.
What happened to Nkrumah? What happened to Cabral? What happened? Where they are cut off. So it sent some panic amongst us. Up to today, Farrakhan cannot come to the UK. Why? And we have taken it. We shouldn't take it.
At all.
There has to be a campaign.
Yep.
We shouldn't.
Yep.
We shouldn't. It's hypocritical.
Yep.
And Netanyahu and others are running all over the place. But you, my goodness. You see. So my generation has messed up. So you should ignore my generation. My generation that benefited from Nkrumah's generation when it came to our turn.
Yeah.
Look at the way Africa is.
Yeah.
You can't find any inspiring leadership. You can't find it across the continent. And that is my generation.
Yeah.
So my generation, we have become colonially oriented. That is neo-colonialist in our minds. Mentally enslaved. That Marcus Garvey and then Bob Marley talked about. So your generation has to do what the Nkrumah and Padmore and Mejave and Paul Robeson and all of them, their regeneration that they did. They rejected the status quo, the order that was imposed on them. And they did something about it. So that's the same thing you have to generate, because my generation, we are not Africans. I don't call my generation Africans.
Wow.
Because we don't behave like Africans. We behave like Europeans. We behave like, we mimic. We put up appearances and mimicry.
Yeah.
Like we did in plantation. We are all house Negroes. My generation, we are all house Negroes. Terrible.
See it again.
Terrible. You see, look, how your generation should whip us. My goodness, you should whip us. How can, look at Ghana now.
Yeah.
You know about lithium and electric cars and all that. We find rich deposits.
Yeah.
And you give the deposits out, and for you to get about 10%.
Imagine. It's insane.
In 2026, how can you do that?
Exactly.
So you judge a regime and a generation by how they handle the political economy, particularly the economy.
Yep.
So they will say that, oh, we need capital, and we don't have capital. It's the white man that has capital, has money. And so, it's stupid thinking, very, very stupid.
Yep.
Can there be capital without labor and natural resources?
Exactly.
There are three equations. It's the application of the human intellect on natural resources that create capital.
Yeah.
So we have capital. I have the lithium. And then you come and use my labor also to dig and everything. So I have the two equations on my side. Then you come, then I give you the lithium concession for you to go and raise money. And that money that you use the concession to raise, is whose money?
Exactly.
That is where the question is.
Exactly.
It's our money.
Exactly.
It's our money.
We didn't need
But
that.
you let them.
Let them take it.
So after all these years that you have people at the World Bank, IMF, all these others, so you don't have the thinking capacity and the intellectual capacity for you also to package the thing to go and get. Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yes, sir.
My generation, we are wicked. We are very, 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 very wicked. And you have been so nice to us. And you shouldn't.
Yeah.
You shouldn't. You shouldn't. You should. I don't know what to say.
You have to hold them account.
Be so lenient to us. That's why we are messing up.
Yeah.
We are messing up all over Africa. All over. Can you believe it? As I'm speaking to you now, there are communities in Ghana that drink and fetch water for their domestic cooking and everything from the same pond that dogs, cattle, and others use. And it's muddy. It's incredible. 2026, you have this.
Yeah.
It shouldn't be.
Cool.
It's a blight on us. It shouldn't be. It's not acceptable. I don't accept it. So you don't have to accept it.
Yeah, 100%.
But do you think because of the older generation, it's just carried on? The young, because you say that we should flog you guys, but we also don't have the presence of mind to do so. We are. I feel like we're following in the same vein.
That some of you have to wake up.
Yeah.
Just like the Padmos and Nkrumahs and others woke up and said no.
Exactly.
Just like CLR James saw Nkrumah. And what did Nkrumah say? I was coming to strengthen myself intellectually and to go back and drive away the British. And he did.
Yep.
You see, so you have to have that motivation. Africa is yours. Let no one deny you your sense of African ownership. Africa is yours.
Yes.
No, look, whether you are born in the Caribbean or you are born wherever it is, as Peter Tosh said, so far as you're a black man,
Exactly.
you're an African.
Come on.
You see,
Yeah.
you are an African. So Africa is yours. You own Africa.
Yeah.
And I was lucky to have been born in Ghana. And that doesn't make me a pretty Africa. But being born in Ghana even does not know that I know even my history.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is a reality.
Yep. It's true.
I don't know my history. If I knew who I was, I would not give away the gold and the lithium, the bauxite and all that. I wouldn't.
Yeah. How do you feel like? Do you feel filled with hope when you see people like Ibrahim Traore and the AES doing things? Does it take you back to Ghana, Guinea, Mali? Like, do you have that same feeling?
I have the same feeling, but my mind goes back to, we have a saying that Abusua Yedom, that the family is a force to reckon with. And when these things happen in an isolated way, it's not safe.
Yeah.
Look at Grenada and Maurice Bishop. It was isolated
Yeah.
and it was crushed.
Yep.
Look at Thomas Sankara. It was an isolated
Yeah.
and it was crushed.
Yep.
But in Nkrumah's time, you have Modibo Keita, you have this, you have NASA, you have all this at that time. So we have a responsibility if we care about the AES. We care about the three sister Sahel states,
Yeah.
Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso to succeed.
Yeah.
Then it is our responsibility to ensure that Ghana goes that way. Nigeria goes that way. Senegal goes that way.
Yep.
Guinea goes that way. Otherwise, it's not safe.
Yeah.
That is the whole essence of Nkrumah
Yeah.
in 1957, saying that the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it's linked up with the total liberation of the African continent.
Yeah.
Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And the independence of Ghana remains meaningless still because it has not been linked up. So for the AES to be secure, it is my responsibility to ensure that Ghana goes the same way. If you are an African born in Jamaica, you have to ensure that Jamaica goes the same way.
Yep.
That is our responsibility.
Yeah.
That is our responsibility. And we not be squeamish about it.
Yeah.
That is a reality face that is facing us.
Yeah.
So you have to organize yourselves in that way. Am I making myself clear?
Yes, sir.
100%.
It is your responsibility as an African.
Yeah.
It's your responsibility. They cannot be left alone because they are doing everything to crash it. And your mind should go back to the Congo. Look at what they did
Yeah.
to Lumumba and look at what they did to Ghana. Okay, so Traore and others, they are facing serious hurdles. And the only way that we can help them to succeed is to make sure that our so-called Bantustan countries that was defined by the 1884-85 Berlin Conference that still remains have to be crushed.
Yeah. Oh, wow. Yeah.
That is our responsibility. So you have to be thinking about the Caesar of power. It is power.
Yeah.
Whatever you are doing, it has to be equated
Yeah.
and measured within the context of Caesar of power.
Yeah.
Please think about it.
Sir, we can't think about it. We've got Tinubu in place. We've got Tinubu in place. He's actively working against what you're talking about.
But think about it.
Yeah.
Please think seriously about it. The collective West, they trigger regime changes in their own interest, and we live with it. Right? They trigger regime changes in their own interest, and we live with it. So do you have to accept that? You don't have to accept it.
Exactly.
So it is in our own interest also to organize ourselves
And trigger
to trigger regime changes in our own interest.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the challenge. That is the thinking. That is the education. That is the sense of intellectual preparation that we should have.
Yeah. I want us to go to a bit more of your education and your rubbing shoulders with people like CLR James and when you went to America and the UK. But
Dr. Henry
You see, I was very lucky that I didn't go through the traditional educational system.
okay,
I studied at the feet
exactly.
of the best minds of the 20th century. I was just lucky. Because of my pendant for asking questions and what I was doing and all that, they all embraced me
Yeah.
and taught me. Chancellor Williams, I remember Chancellor Williams when we were going back to Ghana in 1982. He sat with me from about 8 p.m. till about 4 a.m.
Wow.
And Chancellor Williams was warning me, going back through history, centuries of history, that what you have there, that Rollins, mixed race Rollins,
Yep.
they have mixed loyalty. And this was happening us through history.
Yeah.
And he went back and said, look at Joseph and Moses and all that.
Yep.
They came to Africa, we embraced them, and they tried to organize a coup against the Pharaoh.
Yep.
And the Pharaoh was nice to them and said, take your troubles away. He sent them and gave them away. And they turned the story around and all that. So you have to be, you have to be very careful.
Yeah.
Then he goes back and says that, look, the Mali kingdom and all that, it was infiltration.
Yeah.
So he he messed up my mind. You see, so I was very lucky in terms of education wise, and fell into the hands that people like Kwame Ture, Stokely Kamaki.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh my goodness, he and Bob Brown. They will intellectually whip me. Whip me, my goodness. Straighten me up. And they had sharp. So they shaped me up.
Yeah.
You see, and CLR James. Henry Clark, Benji Cannon, all of them. Francis Cress Wilson, Madam
Great minds.
Mazik.
I'm telling you. Guys,
Jewel Mazik.
Legends.
Incredible. Jewel Mazik. I used to go to her about between 4 and 5 a.m. And we sit down. And you go, there was a place he said, this is where Malcolm used to sit.
Wow.
So you sit here. And help. So people will give their education to, let's say, Princeton, to Harvard, to Oxford and all that, but I give it to our own people.
Yeah.
That's what I mentioned, not the institutions, but these people who made it possible for me to be who I am, and I always mention them.
Yeah.
Mention them.
Can I say to the chat quickly, all the people that's been mentioned here, I need people to recognize who they are. You know?
Yeah.
CLR James, one of the legends. Black Jacobins, get that book, 100%. Chancellor Williams, The Destruction of Black Civilization. Get the book, that's foundational. Dr. Ben, Dr. John Henry Clark, like these are all grandmaster teachers. You know? Like to be able to have got your education direct from them and then to be sitting in our presence today. Please, guys, honestly, these are not just regular people. These are people who defined that era. People like Andrew, King's Monologue, all those people who care about going back to knowing the history of Egypt and things of that nature. If not for Dr. John Henry Clark, if not for Dr. Ben, none of that happens. None of that happens. Dr. Francis Cress Wilson.
They've laid
The ISIS papers. Get the books.
They've laid the groundwork.
Yeah.
But see what happened. They came here
Yeah.
because of me.
Yeah, you brought them here, yeah.
I invited them here. I told them what I was trying to do.
Yeah.
It all started one day. I was working at the Greater London Council.
Yeah.
And I went to work. And my colleague, who was the secretary to the unit, the Ethnic Minorities Unit at that time, who was headed by Ansel Wong, who was the principal race relations advisor to the Greater London Council, and also head of the Ethnic Minorities Unit at that time. When I go to work in the morning, her head was on her desk and she was basically crying. And I said, Elizabeth, what's the matter? She said, would you believe it? Last night, I was putting Marcus to bed. After prayers, as I was leaving his room, he called me, said, Mom, come. I went back to the bedside. Then he said, Mom, why can't I be white? She said she didn't know what to say to the son. She said, I have deliberately named my son after Marcus Mosiah Garvey.
Yeah.
And here is my son questioning his identity. I have failed my son.
That's sexy.
I have failed my son. And I said, hell no, Elizabeth, you haven't failed your son. It is rather the institutions of state. the Inner London Education Authority, the local authorities, the museums, the libraries, the schools, the universities and all, they have failed your son. But not only your son, but every child growing up in this United Kingdom has been failed.
Yeah.
And then that says something in me, that something had to be done.
Yeah.
Something had to be done for London. A child to grow up in London, the center of all these museums. And for a child to grow up, 6-year-old, questioning the identity, something had to be done. So, in short, I communicated what had to be done to Francis Cress-Wilson, Ben Jekenan, Henry Clark, and all that. All of them. So when we decided what we were going to do, they decided to come and support us. That is why they came. So we devised, we saw that, okay, Britain and Europe has to have an appreciation and an understanding of the value of the contributions of Africa, Africans and people of African descent to world civilization, and especially to the development and growth of this United Kingdom and Europe from antiquity to the present. So we organize a GLC historical lectures and concerts. Okay, so that's why they came, invited them, then they came to help us. Okay, so we set the climate, prepare the climate well to respond to the pain and the trauma of Marcus and the mother. And every black home, African home here that they were faced with, that crisis. We had to deal with it. And they all came to support. To enrich. So the base and the foundation, very, very, very strong. It was carefully thought through. So what you have now is the space of October. There's nothing like that. So you have to hold that and cherish that and protect that space. That is your space. And it is a period of stock taking. October is set up as a period of stock taking of the state of Black Britain in all areas of national life. How we are doing, starting from the home. Starting from the home. The relationship between partners and parents, I don't like using the word partners, and parents. The relationship between siblings, aunties, uncles. Then the relationship between your neighbor and the neighborhood and the community. All these we have to be thinking about. That is us. That is us. We have to be thinking, we take stock. Then we make plans to make things better. Then the following year we come back to do the same thing, because an unexamined life is not worth living. So that is what October is for. We set it up in October for that specific reason. And it's also about children. It's about children. So the purpose of Black History Month, or the ethos of Black History Month, is for all of us to ensure that every child growing up in this United Kingdom has an understanding and respect for the value of the contributions
Yeah.
of Africa, Africans and people of African descent to world civilizations, and especially to the growth and development of this United Kingdom from antiquity to the present. If you go to the British Museum, as you enter, on the left side, you see a bust of Septimus Severus there.
Yeah.
Septimus Severus was an African
Yep.
who came to help rebuild the Hadrian Wall and present Britain hundreds of years of peace to recover its frayed nerves, because they said they would be attacked by the savages from the north and all that. And then the governor at that time appealed to the emperor,
Yeah.
and he was the emperor, and he came himself. And not only did he come, he came with African OS men,
Yeah.
and he ensured that his food, his stable, the imported food from Africa, foodstuff from Africa, he ate African food. He ate African food. That was Septimus Severus
Yep. Yep.
in the 3rd century. So think about it.
Yep.
That is your contribution.
Yeah.
And he is buried in York.
Yeah. Wow. It's the history, guys, man. It's the history.
You see, so it's important
Yeah.
that we know. So that is the responsibility of Black History Month.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is the responsibility. It's our responsibility, because if you get the child
Yeah.
straightened up,
Yeah.
society gets straightened up.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yep.
That's the only way to eliminate bigotry and racism and jingoism and all these things. Is the home
Yeah. Yeah.
and the school. The home and the school. The home and the school. That is our target. That's the whole purpose of Black History Month.
I wanted to ask you, because you spoke about your role in the GLC. How important is it for our generation to get into politics and be in those positions where I guess maybe we seek representation, we seek a louder voice in those particular rooms? Or would you say politics now is different to your time in the 80s, late 80s and stuff now, where we need to be more self-sufficient, forget about the government, and let's do our own thing?
Politics is the same.
Okay.
It's no different. It's about control. So you never give up.
Yeah.
You have to be seized always with the question of power. Without power, you can't do much.
Yeah.
So everything that you do should be measured within the context of holding power
Yeah.
to be able to change things
Yep. Yeah.
that serves our collective interest.
Yeah.
So you, as an African, and the parent of humanity, of the human race, you have a dual responsibility, because your liberation is the liberation of the bastardized human race. You understand? Your sense of liberation is also a human liberation.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you have done it before with the civil rights and human rights movements. What did it happen? What did it expose? It opened doors for women to have the vote.
Yeah.
It opened doors for gays and lesbians and others and travelers and gypsies and all that to have a sense of themselves. And That is what you are. And that was what Nkrumah was always talking about and teaching.
Yeah.
So decolonization is very, 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 very important. Very, very important. Decolonize to humanize. Because colonization was dehumanization. Colonization was dehumanization. So if you decolonize, you are humanizing. Do you get me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I just ask, when you held your position in the GLC, I would imagine at that time the racial divide was very apparent. So how did you come to hold that position?
It was luck. I had just come into the country as a refugee in 1984. Then I got the job in 85 around September. When I came, because CLR James was here, I came and was rooted at the front line, Rating Road, at where Race Today was, with Dakus Howe and the rest, Leela and the rest. Is it Linton Kwesi Johnson and all of them? Yes, that was where I was. Farouk Dundee and all of them. That's where I was. So, an opening, something happened. I think the word got around that there was somebody who was around, and I got a job there at the GLC. And but what is important is not me, but it was a period where GLC, there was enlightened leadership. There were a bunch of humanistic counselors. Ken Livingstone, Paul Boateng, Benny Grant, all of them. John McDonnell, all of them. And Matthews, a whole lot of them. These people cared about humanity and the inequality.
Yeah.
And they were committed to making changes in London to deal with racism.
Yeah.
To show how serious they were was that we had an ethnic minorities committee. And the chair of the ethnic minorities committee was Ken Livingstone.
Yeah.
As a leader of London.
Yeah.
So that is how seriously he took it.
Yeah.
And his deputy was Paul Boateng, who was also the chair of the police committee.
Yeah.
So you can see. So we were blessed with enlightened leadership
Yeah.
who were doing things that the conservative government led by Margaret Thatcher didn't like. They didn't like.
Yeah.
Because they were making the welfare of every Londoner their sense of duty of care.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the conservatives didn't like that.
Yeah.
So I was lucky to be placed in the midst of these fine human beings. And I always paid tribute to them. And I remember when some of the newspapers, they do articles, they do interviews with me, and I mention Ken Livingstone and all of them, they delete them.
Wow. Wow.
But everywhere I am, had the opportunity, I will give credit to them.
Yeah.
They were fine human beings. But look, please, have you questioned yourself why the need for Race Equality Act, Race Relations Act, Human Rights Act, Equality Act, and all that. Why? If the people's representatives in Parliament and others in the House of Lords should debate and then come up with an act because they see something wrong with the British society.
Yeah.
Racism remains the problem of the 21st century,
Yeah.
as it was in the 20th century, as was observed by W.B. Du Bois, the color line.
Yeah.
So that should tell you that they want to do something about it. So that is your tool. The act is your tool. It's your tool.
Yeah.
And within the act, like the Race Relations Act of 1976, Section 72, it enjoins the local authority to ensure that their service provision and delivery does not discriminate against any citizen living in their community. You understand? Yeah. So then how do you use that? So that is what Ken Livingstone and others use, that everyone living there, they deserve equal opportunity.
Yeah.
Then we also were saying that equal opportunity without access was meaningless.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
You see, so that's what we were campaigning for and fighting for. So it's very, 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 very important that you hold the politicians to task.
Yeah.
And that is what we did. And everything is encapsulated in the African Jubilee Year Declaration that gave birth to Black History Month.
Yeah. Yeah.
It touches on the issue of just reparations, just restitutions for years of damage done to the African. I didn't use reparations at that time. I used the word just restitution, but it's the same thing. So there, all the local authorities who signed up to that, they have an obligation. So you have a tool to make demands on them, just as we use the Race Relations Act to make demands on the central government. And that some of the resources, our tax payment and all, have to go to the communities to build and develop the communities and all that.
Yeah.
You see? So we were lucky, and I was lucky to have been in the company of these fine human beings who made it possible for us to celebrate the contributions of Africa to world civilization.
Yeah.
They made it possible for us for the first time to take over the Royal Albert Hall.
Yep.
In March 1986. And fill it with school children and their parents and teachers and have Max Roach.
Yep.
Ganaba. All these artists.
Yeah. Wow.
You see?
Yeah.
So but that was in the heat of Thatcher's regime.
Yeah.
And we managed to achieve this.
Yeah.
And look where we are now.
And that has created this Black History Month. And all. So you have to have a sense of the history.
Yeah.
And then you have to own that we have two important spaces. The Carnival.
Yeah.
Come on.
Bank holiday in August.
Yep.
We have to hold it. It's our Carnival.
Come on.
Yes.
And we have to be running it.
Yeah. Yeah.
just like Black History Month.
Yeah.
These are two important spaces that we have to guard with all our life and protect.
Yeah. Yeah.
I used to
Mm.
be the operations manager for the Notting Hill Carnival.
Oh, is it?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
That's
Interesting.
another.
Interesting.
Yes,
So
go ahead. I'm
you-
talking too much.
No, not at all.
So you know how to whine, right?
I was gonna.
You know how to whine, right? All right. All right. I knew there was something else. I knew there was something else. I can see it. I can see it. I can see
It's
it.
in a small print.
Writing skills required.
So Black History Month is a framework for us to get drip-fed reparations.
Yeah, I guess so.
So we have to lean on them, say,
Have to-
keep
we have
it
to-
running.
Have to use it, yeah.
Come on.
And Carnival as well.
Come on. This is
They're
power-
yours.
That's powerful.
They're your space.
That's powerful. That's powerful.
They're your space.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah.
But how do you think, it's in terms of Black History Month's inception, and now in 2026, how do you think Black History Month fares? Because from my vantage point, I feel like your influence has been waning. I don't think we've really done a good job of holding it month by month.
But please, I will answer your question with an anecdote.
Mm.
The British Museum, somewhere in 1990 or something like that, somewhere in the 90s, they held an event there with Hugh Masekela. And it was well attended. So I went to Hugh and asked him, who invited you here? He pointed to one man standing demurely at a corner. So after the event, I followed the man down to the basement to his cramped office. I sat down with him and I asked him, I thanked him. So you've done well. You have enriched Black History Month by bringing Hugh Masekela here.
Mm.
And his performance and his speech and all that, it enriched Black History Month. You have done well. Then he started to narrate to me the problem that he had with his own colleagues internally to get this off the ground. And he was a white man.
Mm.
You understand?
Mhm.
So, if an event is held and you see that it's not up to standard, go to find the organizers, go and sit down with them and congratulate them for taking the initiative.
Yeah.
Then let them know that you have particular skills, or you know some people who have particular skills that you can help to bring to bear so that next year will be a better enriched event.
Yeah.
That is our responsibility.
Yeah.
Black History Month is like Christmas. You have to believe in it. You have to have a faith. It has to touch you. All right? So when you are celebrating Christmas, you celebrate it within the ambience of your culture and knowledge and all that. So how you enrich your decorations, your home or whatever, it depends on you. You understand? So people are taking initiative. That is the most important thing.
Yeah.
And they use what is at hand. So the enrichment rests on us. So when you are pointing a finger at someone, the thumb is pointing at you. So you say, what am I doing?
Come on. Come on.
What am I doing to enrich?
Come on.
Black History Month.
Yeah.
What am I doing to ensure that the spectacle of Carnival is not crushed?
Yeah. Yeah.
That is our basic responsibility. That is the essence of Black History Month, that we have to pause
Yeah.
and take stock. So at that time, you are pausing and thinking, this was not up to standard. It does not befit us, what was put out. So we have to enrich it. How do we do that? But the community is your basic resource base. So when you live in community, you have to do an audit of who is who in the community.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah, for real.
You have to do an audit of who is who in the community.
Exactly.
And that's the problem. You don't know who's who.
You have to know your neighbor.
Yeah.
You have to know who it is, what it is. And this neighbor may have pile of books somewhere in the basement and in the attic or somewhere. Doesn't know what to do with it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you can't. But there's so much resource and wealth.
No.
So the enrichment depends on you and I.
Yeah. Yeah.
Am I clear? Have I answered your question?
Yes, sir.
Very clear.
Thank you very much. So next year will mark the 40th anniversary of Black History Month.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
So what do we do?
Mm.
What do we do?
Yeah. Exactly.
Should it go by without us recognizing that we have come a long way?
Mm.
Should it go by like that?
Not at all.
You definitely have to come back
Yes.
to mark that occasion. You have to be.
Oh, we are here now.
Yeah, no. But
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So what do we want to do? What do we want to manifest?
Yeah.
What do we want to manifest? Sitting here, I'm thinking about a big extravaganza.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about taking over the mall
Yeah.
as we took over the Royal Albert Hall,
Yeah.
the mall,
Yeah.
to show the rich equestrian culture of Africa.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about taking over the River Thames, the embankment,
Yeah.
and do a regatta. It's our life. Go to Mali, go to Nigeria, Kano, and all that. And the regatta on the Nile, the River Niger, and all that, it will amaze you. I want to bring that here.
Come on. Come on. That'd be amazing.
Uh-huh.
what?
We want to do a relay touch from the north, the west, the east, going like the Olympic touch,
Yeah. Yeah.
touching every important
Yeah.
place of historical importance, significance to us.
Yeah. Imagine. Yeah.
I want to address the question of football racism.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Look, our fine athletes, young females and males, fine athletes, playing their game, and then they are faced weekly in football stadiums with racial slurs and all that.
Yeah.
That is not acceptable.
At all.
I want to see the culture of the football stadium changed.
Yeah. Yeah.
Use the occasion of the 40th anniversary to change the culture of the football stadium. We will use the victims of you. I want to see that we use the victims of football racism
Yeah.
to change the culture.
Yeah.
And it can be done.
Mhm.
And I want access to these young footballers and sit down with them, even 3 or 4 or 5 of them, and sit down with them
Yeah.
and tell them how it can be done.
I wanted to ask you a question about unity today, because I always say on the show that us as black people, African people, we don't have the luxury of having other things that divide us, like religion, political views, and things of that nature. But how can we practically gather together, each having different views on politics, different views on religion, different views on whatever, but still put that somehow behind us and focus on unity as Africans, of Pan-Africanism? How can we do that in 2026?
You go back to what Nkrumah meant by the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it's linked up with the total liberation of the African continent.
Yeah.
You go back to study the meaning of that. And we say that Abusua Yedom, that the family is a force to reckon with. So togetherness and unity. And colonialism disorganized us.
Yeah.
We have to accept that.
Yeah.
We have to accept the trauma that we still are living with. And it's tough. Habits are difficult to break.
Yeah.
Even smoking, when you get it as a habit, very difficult to break.
Yeah.
Not to talk about drugs and all that. That is what, so you have to think about colonialism in that way.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it is a system of divide and rule that is going all over and all that. So if you have that basic intellectual appreciation and understanding of the task that faces us as a people,
Yeah.
then you are on the road to redemption. That is very important. So it's important that we study.
Yep.
It's important that we study. That is why the logo of the African Jubilee Year has Marcus Musa Garvey in an academic gown,
Yeah.
sitting imperially over the skyline of
Yeah.
London
Yeah.
with the River Thames and the St. Paul Cathedral,
Yeah.
the Parliament, the Tower Bridge where the crown jewels are, and the St. Paul's Cathedral and the River Thames flowing out into the ocean where all the ships to go and enslave us and all that went and all that. You see, so the design,
That's
so
right.
the design was made to show the importance of education and intellectual preparation
Yeah.
for the future safety and development of Africa and the Caribbean.
Yeah.
You get, so everything has a strong meaning behind it.
Yeah.
And we use that year to celebrate 150 years of emancipation,
Yeah.
100th anniversary of the birth of Marcus Garvey,
Yeah.
and then 25 years of the founding of the Organization of African Unity. We put all that together and said we celebrate 87, 88 as African Jubilee Year, and out of that came Black History Month.
Wow.
So the question that we are asking, all these are there, but they should not divert our question. They are diversional.
Yeah, exactly.
The central question is power.
Yep, that's it.
That is the
That's it.
central question.
That's it.
And that is what Trump is exercising.
Yep.
That is the battle, is power. So we have to seize our mind with it. I remember quite well. Sarah James called me one morning, around about 5 a.m. He said, "Come, my son." I ran over to him and he said, "I have to send a telegram to the WPA, the Working People Alliance. That is Walter Rodney and Wisi Koena and their group there." He dictated a telegram to me to send it to them that they should be careful of what they are doing and particularly take care
Yeah.
of Walter Rodney. There's no point of Walter Rodney organizing tables and when they are having events and putting it. He's a leader and he has to be protected.
Yeah.
And Burnham is a dangerous person, so you have to protect Walter. Then 3 weeks later, the news came that Walter
Yeah, they killed them.
had been blown up.
Yeah.
C.L.L. James cried like a baby. He cried like a baby. He told me, "I have to speak to our community. I have to speak to our community. Now. So me and one brother, the name will come, we started. So I secured a place at the AME Zion Church, the assembly, the church. I went to see the pastor and explained the circumstances to him, and he agreed. He gave us a church hall. And within 3 days, we packed it.
Come on.
It was Pastor C.L.R. James came and spoke on the question of the Caesar of power.
Yeah.
Then after that, he said, "I've done with the East Coast. I have to go to the West Coast, California." So we had to arrange that. So that speech, the Race Today published it.
Yeah.
So if you go to Race Today archives and you for the question of the Caesar of power on Walter Rodney,
Yeah.
everyone should read that and study that. You have to read and study that. We have to be seized with the question of the Caesar of power. But what you all have to realize, you in the diaspora, you have to know who you are and what you represent.
Yeah.
You should go back to Manchester, 1945, which we celebrated last year, the 80th anniversary. We don't see the value of Manchester in our lives. And we have to see the value of Manchester. What happened in Manchester? C.L.R. James, Nkrumah, Jomo Kenyatta, all of them, they were meeting and conversing and all that. Then they realized that, we had the first Sylvester Williams and all this, and Du Bois and all Paris and here and there. But what is it all about? Without land, what we are doing has no meaning.
Yeah.
What was 1884-85 Berlin Conference about?
Exactly.
It was about land and the Caesar of land.
Yeah.
So our focus now should be on the seizure of land, reversing the 1884-1885 and seize Africa, because other than that, what we are doing here has no meaning.
Yeah. Yeah. Just again, another amazing person that Uncle mentioned, Walter Rodney. Check out his books as well. How Europe Underdeveloped Africa, Grounders with My Brothers. Legendary books.
Yep.
You mentioned the conference in Manchester. Can you tell us a bit more about what happened there and who was there? You mentioned some huge figures as well.
Yes, huge figures. All were there. But the important thing about Manchester is this. They address the issue of reversing 1884-1885, taking our land back.
Yeah. Yeah.
They saw the importance of what Toussaint, Dessalines, Bookman,
Yep.
and others did in Haiti, and how that was reversed, and that has affected us.
Yeah.
So all this rich history informed their thinking and planning. So they decided that we have to, the struggle is on the continent. It's not on in the diaspora. We have resources. We understand. We are in the belly of the beast. We are in Babylon. And we understand them now. We know that we know what racism is. We know what white supremacy is.
Yep.
But the challenge now is home. We have no home. We have to return
Yeah.
from what Marcus Garvey was preaching.
This is it.
So Manchester was to decide that they have to have a staging post to launch the total liberation and unification of Africa.
Yeah.
So first they thought about Liberia because of the peculiar settlement of Liberia. Then they thought of Sierra Leone. So Wallace Johnson was being prepared to go to Sierra Leone to start. Then a letter from Akyaaba and the UGCC came. And then Nkrumah went and showed it to Padmo and CLR James and them, and they discussed that. And then said that, no, the program has changed. You are going to the Gold Coast. We have to secure a launching pad.
Yep. Yep.
Without that, so Ghana was secured as a launching pad with Nkrumah. With sheer organization going, he didn't have billions and millions of dollars. He went empty-handed, but the resources was there.
Yeah.
As I'm saying that we have the resources within our community. So it was in Ghana too. So he used that and mobilized to kick out the British. And then he used the resources of the state to help other countries to liberate all over Africa. But now we attack him that he wasted Ghana's money helping Uganda, helping Tanzania, helping all this, Algeria, and all that. You see, that is a problem. So that is the significance of Manchester.
Yeah.
And the significance of Manchester, it led to address the question of land, which the AES, Traore and others are addressing. Because still, until they came on the scene, the whole of Africa had been recolonized.
Yeah.
Right? Had been recolonized.
Yeah. Exactly.
Don't talk about South Africa. Don't talk about Nigeria.
Yeah. Yeah. It's facts.
You see, so we have reached a stage where you all as Nkrumah generation, they saw that they could not expect any inspiring liberational inspirations
Mm.
from the Dankwas and the Buziers and all that.
Mhm.
And they broke off.
Yeah.
So your generation should see that what made in the 80s children like Marcus and others to shrink from being an African, you are feeling that the same now because of the poor leadership on the continent and the corruption and all that. It does not make you feel your sense of humanness, your human sense and human fullness. You are not feeling. There's a sense of shame there.
Yeah.
And you have to get rid of it. So you have to learn what Nkrumah and others did. They came together. We are going to get rid of this shame.
Yeah. Yeah.
We cannot allow the house nigger to dictate our lives.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on. Let's get him out of here.
We cannot.
Yeah.
We should not.
Yeah. Yeah.
When the slave master is sick, he said, "We sick."
Sick.
Huh?
Nah.
Many of them walking around.
That's not us.
At all.
That's not you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You are a liberator.
That's it.
You are a liberator. Kwame Nkrumah is in you. Padma is in you. CLR James is in you. Walter Wardner is in you.
Mm.
Awaken it.
Yes, sir.
Awaken it.
Yes, sir. Mm. Unfortunately, we do have to wrap up soon. But I do want to ask you a question. As you know, maybe a few weeks ago, Ghana went to the UN. I made them vote. They tabled a resolution on whether slavery was the gravest crime in humanity. I wanted to get your opinion on that. Do you feel like it was a symbolic thing that amounts to nothing, or do you feel like it's something that we need? Or, yeah, well, what's your overall thoughts?
The challenge facing us is not theatrics. It is not playing to the gallery.
Yeah.
It's very serious. What is the UN? What are the UN resolutions? Look at what Israel does to
Exactly.
UN resolutions.
Exactly.
Come on.
Exactly.
What does Israel do to UN resolutions? The challenge facing us is the challenge of getting the UN General Assembly to wake up to its responsibility of kicking out the UN security system and making themselves the executive and let, if they mean what democracy, a one man, one vote is, have meaning, let that prevail within the UN system. That is the challenge facing us. So if we don't address that, then these resolutions, they mean well. They may have some psychological effect, but it can be abused. In the same way that the KKK abused all laws and all that. In the same way that we have the Race Relations Act and jingoism and is going on in the football stadiums. And we have the act, but we are being abused. Every day, our footballers and athletes are being abused. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
That is a challenge facing us. And I have tried to address this question for a long time. I've written about it during the course of the Liberian-Ivorian Civil War and the Sierra Leone Civil War and all that. I was heavily involved in that.
Yeah.
I facilitated
The peace.
the peace
Mm-hmm.
in Liberia and Sierra Leone.
Mm.
So I saw the working
Mm-hmm.
of the Security Council, especially the British,
Mm-hmm.
the French, the Americans.
Mm.
I came face to face with them and dealt with them in the field.
Yeah.
And I saw how they work and collude and everything to put us back. So I questioned the Security Council system. It has to be abolished.
Yeah.
And the General Assembly should take the power and constitute themselves into an executive council
Yeah.
to run it, but not to put it. Other than that, if they take it away from New York and bring it to somewhere else, we have several islands in Africa. We can give them one. Place it there. You see, so that is the challenge
Yeah.
that is facing us. So I respect what Ghana, my government, has done, but at the back of my mind, Israel can poo-poo it,
Yep. It's true.
Argentina can poo-poo it, US can poo-poo
Yeah.
it, and all that.
Britain can abstain.
Mm-hmm. And that is my worry.
Yeah.
And so with us, the challenge remains the same. And it is all encapsulated in Nkrumah saying the independence of Ghana is meaningless unless it's linked up with total liberation of Africa continent.
Yeah.
But please, on that day, on the eve of independence, 6 March, standing on the polo grounds, he said, what Marcus Garvey, Toussaint Louverture, Dessalines, and others could not achieve, we have achieved here today. Their spirits are with us today.
Wow.
He invoked all their spirit, and that's a tradition.
Yeah.
That, and they say, on the platform,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that is Nkrumah. That is Nkrumah. And when the occasion came, he paid due respect.
Yeah.
That is why we have as the logo of the Black History Month, the Sankofa bird. That retrieving the past is no taboo, as our ancestors said.
Yep.
Sankofa nananum siyenchi. In order to make progress, you have to have a sense of history.
Yeah.
To plan for the future in the present, you have to know your history.
That's it. That's it. Wow. Look at that, guys, on the screen.
Look at that. So that's the Sankofa bird.
Retrieving the past is no taboo.
This is the first time I'm seeing this, you know. I didn't know there was...
Even the
This is
logo.
the official logo
I
of Black
did
History
not know this is
Month.
the official logo. This is mad.
This is the official logo of Black History Month.
Wow.
Wow.
But that is another story because it was some people did not like it.
Yeah.
No.
I'm not
And
surprised.
they didn't
I'm not
want to
surprised.
promote it. I understand. We went through a lot.
Yeah.
We went through a lot that you don't articulate. Don't say it. We went through a lot.
I can imagine.
For example, the whole issue, there were some people who were saying that, I still say that Why month of October? Why not in February? Why not February? And so they mounted a campaign that it should be moved to February.
Wow.
You've got this space 1 month,
Yeah.
and you want to. How are you going to? They didn't see the value. I had problems with them. Then one day I got some of them around, and I said, "Look, why are you not campaigning that the Carnival in August should be moved to February, as the Carnival in the Trinidad
Come on.
and Rio
Yeah.
happens in February? Why are you not asking that to be moved in February? It's cold. It's unfriendly. We are warm people."
Yeah.
And life is incubated in warmth, in the womb.
Yeah.
It's warm.
Yeah.
That is why we are the parents of humanity. Africa, warmth. I've spoken enough. Thank you very much. Thank
so
you,
much.
thank you, thank you very much.
Honestly.
It's been an absolute honor.
Come on.
Thank you so
Honestly.
much and a privilege.
Come on.
Thank you,
to
thank
join
you.
us.
Yes.
Thank
Oh man, I'm overwhelmed. I'm telling you.
In the midst of greatness.
I'm telling you.
And to be honest, I feel like I'm not even doing enough.
Mm.
That's what you're just speaking to me right now. I'm not doing enough. I'm not.
All of us, I guess, have been charged, innit? You know what I'm saying, with doing the next thing now. You know what I'm saying, to understand the mission, you know, and move forward. You know what I'm saying? We've heard it from the source. You understand? And there's certain things that obviously I think we sometimes take for granted. Black History Month, for example. You know what I'm saying? But like Uncle's saying, it's incumbent upon us who are now have the influence to do something.
Yeah.
Rather than talking about it, rather than complaining about it. If we have an issue with it, let's fix it. And then, you know, make it fit for purpose, you know? So,
Our responsibility.
And it starts in small groups. I remember having a conversation about change with someone years ago, and I made a point. I can be quite pessimistic sometimes because I do a lot of history study, and a lot of history looks very sad for us. But this is a few years ago, and I was saying, I was making a counter argument about how it's not easy to make change anymore. And I said, you know, all of the grand coups and revolutions started in rooms. Like, you'd have the officers in the officer academy, and there'd be some young officers, and they'd all be in a room, and they talk Gaddafi, whoever you want to talk about, military coup or whatever. Or if it's political, it's young men, or like yourself, so it's young men in a room sitting down and talking. Wherever they go, regardless of whether it succeeds, whether it fails, or whatever, whether it's fruitious or not, everything starts with young people in a room talking. And so today in this age, it's not that you have to... Sometimes people like me, and I speak to people like me, from the working class, peasant class, may we call it, with pride. I'm not from an educated mindset. I'm from a very humble Christian background where we didn't think about politics. We weren't supposed to think about politics. So I didn't know where to start. People like me would think, yeah, but how do I start though? Because we think to be political, you have to go to a specific school, or you have to go to a specific room. What we don't realize, and it's when we learn and listen to people who have done this journey, even if you went to a political building to work, or if you went to a certain university to study politics, the meetings you could have could be in your friend's house after university, after work, over coffee or chocolates or whatever. All sorts of things. So it's like the simplicity of where you start having these meetings and who you have it with is the only thing that matters. You just start. You start talking amongst your friends. You sit down and you look amongst each other with people that you know and trust, and you start talking about what's next. What can we do? And then you start doing it, and boom. Whether it's fruitful or not, you'll find out. But that's it. So yeah, everything can be started.
That's it. That's it.
Little drops of water,
Yeah.
like a mighty ocean.
Yeah. This is it.
That is also.
This is it.
Thank you very much for having
Thank
me.
you so much for yes.
um,
Can I also big up, even though he doesn't want to be on camera,
Come on.
I need to big him up. 100%. He's next to me. And hopefully he's going to come back and we can have a discussion
Has
with
to.
him about the amazing things he's doing also. But he's the one who facilitated this. So I have to give him his credit, Curtis. And yeah, man, we appreciate you, man. You know what I'm saying? Because again, we were minding our business. And he reached out to us. You know what I'm saying? So big up, you, man. Appreciate it, man.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Come on, you know. And yeah, again, sir, thank you so much. Honestly. I don't even know what else to say. I'm always talking. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even know what to say. But honestly, just thank you. Thank you so much for your contribution, for everything that you've done, sacrifice your life for us to even have this. If not for people like you, there is no establishment that we have here. The vision that we have here for us to be self-sufficient, to do something for self, is because of people like you. So again, thank you so much for even making it possible. We appreciate you, 100%.
See, that was what we were doing at the GLC, Ken Livingston and others. We were supporting organizations like this. You see, we were also bookshops, entrepreneuring and all that we were supporting, which angered the conservatives. But for you to understand what white supremacy and racism is, and how vicious they are, and how you should always be on the alert and careful, is how they treated their own kind. Can Livingston and others, how can Livingston be a danger or whatever, a threat to the British? What is it? And I still cannot live with it, but it happened. But we don't think much about it. They abolished the GLC. But not only did they abolish the GLC, they sold the Greater London Council building to a Japanese entertainment firm. You understand? Why? They didn't want the so-called loony left or whatever it is to have a place to regroup. So now, a city like London has no council landmark. They have become like travelers, like gypsies. They are somewhere here, they are here, they are here. But you go to Manchester, they have this grand building. You go to Birmingham, they have this grand building. You go to Leicester, they have the grand building. And London and other issues. They could do that to themselves. If they could do that to themselves, but what about you as an African and they're walking around here with this?
It's true. It's true. But yes. Thank you so much again. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guys, hope you enjoyed